Guys, the conspiracy, I mean, listen, I think what happened was when all of these people are given fireworks, by the government.
Yeah.
To prep us for the war. And then July 4th hits.
Yeah.
All out chaos. I mean, I slept like shit last night.
I actually, for the first time, heard fireworks around 9 o'clock at night. I probably was in bed, went to sleep at 10. Mm-hmm. Slept fine. Mm-hmm. But I did hear the fireworks for 1 hour.
Yeah.
It was insane.
So we went to the roof of our apartment building and you could see the whole city. And the entire city, 360 degree, was lit up with fireworks. Highly professional grade fireworks. How does every average citizen have the access to fireworks that you would see at the Rose Bowl?
Yeah.
It's not that hard to get them.
Fireworks guy.
But and how does everyone have so much disposable income?
Fireworks
That's
are
like
cheap.
$20 an explosion.
It's cheap.
What have you seen the stimulus checks coming out? Have you seen how much they're getting?
So you just watched everyone's stimulus check go up.
And all their unemployment checks coming in.
That was wild. It was for hours. I mean, the moment the sun kind of went down, it started.
Yeah.
Until probably 10 or whatever. And then there was ones by my house until 4 a.m.
Yeah, from what I saw people posting on Instagram in downtown, they were showing till 4 or 5 in the morning.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fireworks guy, but once a year I like to get my fix in.
Yeah.
I got my fix in last night.
So two takeaways for me. One, if this full-blown civil war happens, I'm going to sleep fine.
Yeah, that was kind of a good test for you.
It had literally no impact.
They could be fighting down on Sunset.
Yes.
And you'd be in bed at 10.
So you'd have to imagine this is happening all around the country. This wasn't just an LA-centric thing, right?
Well, I mean, I think in more densely populated areas, you're going to feel it more. I'm sure if you're in the middle of nowhere, you're not going to... There's just people on top of each other in LA and New York and places like that.
And there's a noticeable haze in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Air quality today is at red. So the news came out, the local news was posting on Instagram and Twitter, be careful on air quality. So we stepped out and there's literally a haze. You obviously see it from our office, which has a full view of the city. But even when you walk on the street, you see the haze. That is bad. How many fireworks are blasted to actually impact the city's air quality?
It's worse in China, as they say right now.
Yes.
And fireworks are dangerous.
Yeah.
So all these people that aren't trained are willing to blow up their hand.
Well, it is the government.
I wonder how many. I wish I could see the stats.
What's the government doing?
No, the government's dropping it off to the untrained people.
It's like
they're just dropping off bags, like the bricks.
Got it.
Sorry, Tim. I'm just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The government's dropping them off to the untrained people. I wonder how many people went to the hospital last night? How many fingers got blown off?
We'll find out.
With all of those, there had to be hundreds.
I'm sure. We need, maybe Pete should call some of the ERs. Do some digging.
Yeah, do some journalism, Pete.
Do some real journalism around here.
I mean, it had to be high.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, so the conspiracy's real. What I'm really curious about is what happens tonight. I think tonight will still be popping off. Not like that.
I think people are hungover.
We'll see. I'll take some video from my place because you can. It's a real active zone over there. I don't know what's.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going east.
Yeah, just literally right east of me, right by the 101. It's a different rules.
So you think the cops just turned a blind eye?
Yeah.
They were just like, fuck it.
It was too
we can't
much.
let them go to bars, let them blow up their hands.
How can you stop them?
And they were all illegal. So what do you even do?
Yeah, you can't do anything.
Did you see the places in Brooklyn getting burned down from people doing fireworks? The houses are just catching on fire.
Really?
People are being arrested for
That's the other thing is
arson.
I heard sirens all night too.
Yeah.
So it had to be little fires, little finger missing, eye got blown out.
And it is July. I mean, it is so dry outside.
Not a good time.
Not a good time. It's just, whenever you think we can get any dumber, boom.
Oh, yeah. Don't you dare us.
We can kick a level up.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone's quarantined. Everyone's in tight spaces. It's dry outside. Let's light things on fire willingly.
Fire.
And watch some lights in the sky.
Yeah, so if you think about it from just a health safety standpoint, would it have been safer to open the beaches or let the whole city burn?
Also true. But also here's, I think what the safest thing is, why didn't you just do big city-sanctioned fireworks shows?
Yeah.
But just tell everyone they couldn't gather anywhere. But they should have had Universal Studios and downtown. They should have had the normal show.
Yeah.
Instead, you're forcing frickin' Eric over on Wilcox to do the local neighborhood show.
What we do know about Corona is it affects the lungs.
Yeah. It's not a good day for this.
Yeah.
If you came up with Corona last night,
You're done today.
Damn it, man. Bad combo.
Yeah. Bad combo.
Just walk out the door and croak over.
I will say I did, just for the sake of the comedy of it all, I still did have like a mini, like I had a real hard, I just got back to working out, had a real hard workout yesterday, woke up in the middle of the night with like, just, I don't know, feeling kind of like overheated and sore.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
You got it.
I got it. Late.
Yeah.
I got it now. I got it fucking now.
Yeah.
And I was literally going through my head all the people that I had just been around, how I'm going to tell them. This is at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And
you can't go back to
sleep. And I'm like,
sleep.
well, screw it. I guess all I can do is go back to sleep and see how bad it is in the morning, and woke up completely fine.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Maybe you had a 4-hour Corona.
Yeah. Happy to be a survivor.
Isn't
you
it
know?
the 4-hour work week?
Yeah.
Yeah. The 4-hour Corona.
Yeah. So it still have that little bit of anxiety. What about you? Did you do your running? Mm-hmm. How was it?
It was good. We started at 7 a.m.
Sheesh.
I had Pete in his car. We actually had a group of about 10 of us.
Like Floyd Mayweather? Like, come on, champ.
Yeah.
That's good.
You didn't really cheer
Well,
me
not
on.
much cheering. I was like,
Yeah.
Hey, come on,
I was
man.
on
Are you trying to get
legs.
a raise?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm slowing down. I'm like, ugh, long way to go. I'll meet you down there, though.
Oh, man.
It was great because, like, I realized all the things I dislike about races and marathons are, you know, the fact that it is very, very crowded. The bathrooms are disgusting. I even made a vow. My pre-run speech was, if I ever do a real race in person, I would have the most premium toilets to offer to all contestants.
Along the way.
Yeah.
Present
nice.
there.
Did you
everywhere.
have to stop?
So we actually, a bunch of us stopped in Beverly Hills.
Pick up a latte?
No, at the
That's the Grand AC Run Club. Having a custom, get a little espresso.
The Alfred's?
Yeah.
Isn't there an Alfred's in BH?
Yeah.
There is, but that little park across from the BH Hotel, that bathroom's shockingly fairly clean. So used that and then kept going. Ended up at the beach. It got warm, obviously, by the end of the race. It was really fun. It was cool to see people from like literally all over the world. Like I was getting the night before, people in Australia were DMing me like, "Oh, we just finished," and then Canada and Miami and New York. So I think obviously it was a great experience, but I think the more interesting thing is I actually think it's the future of the business for us, because I think this gave the opportunity for everyone to participate. And like think about it like this. How many people want to sign up for the LA Marathon? Most people in LA don't know that the LA Marathon exists, like, or have ever seen people run outside. And it's very intimidating signing up for that and training. And like, then the day of, like I had my normal race day sleep, which is shit. I had my normal race anxiety, and I knew I just ran 13 the week before. It's not like I couldn't do it, but I still had the excitement of a race, but I didn't have the discomfort of going through the race process, because it is not fun going to Dodger Stadium at 4:30 in the morning
With a shit ton of people.
and literally waiting to shit like 4 times.
Yeah.
Instead, I just walked out of my house.
Yeah.
And then
You might be onto something.
You should do the Bougie Marathon.
Yeah.
The LA Bougie Marathon. You have checkpoints on the map of where the nice restrooms are.
Yeah,
Where
exactly.
the latte places
Yeah, I
are.
was going to say, you
Yeah,
get
because
Alfred's
if you think
dispenser.
about it,
pH
it's
water.
ripe for disruption.
Yeah.
99.9% of runners in any race aren't doing it for competitive purposes.
No.
Let the 20 guys who run the 4-minute miles, let them do their own little marathon, because
Yeah.
they're the ones that actually care.
and make
They're-
the rest fun.
Yeah.
And make it casual. Like I think it's also too intense. Like the actual leaving when the gun goes off at the LA Marathon, it's just too intense.
We did one. We was like, pew, pew.
Oh, you had a little gun?
That was the start. No, just this. Pew.
Oh, handgun?
What I'm doing
Pew,
right now.
yeah, yeah.
Nice,
Pew,
nice.
go.
And then you hopped in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But yeah, I think it's like this virtual race we're onto something with it.
You should do
agree.
like tequila shots every couple miles.
I think even just even if let's just say things were 100% back to normal, even if you just sort of rebranded the marathon experience.
Yeah.
You know, like imagine if you had a Grand AC marathon, even with 200 people.
Yeah.
And it was just cooler.
Yeah. That's where I think the real opportunity is. I don't particularly Enjoy the experience. I think it's too serious. It's too intense. Like once you're running, then everyone's cheering and it's fun and all, but like it just feels very transactional when it should be fun. And I think that's a real opportunity. And I also think when it's virtual, people from all over the world get to participate, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think the barrier to participate obviously is zero.
Yeah.
Because signing up for a race, showing up to
Travel.
God knows where.
Like if you're one of those like people who like enjoy doing races, like a medal collector, you're going to go travel all over the country, spend thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's stupid. Let's burn it down.
Burn down the races.
Throw it in with Mount Rushmore.
Burn it down. And then you know what?
All you got to do is say there's something, I don't know if you know or not, LA Marathon discriminates.
Whoa.
Yo.
Yeah.
Time to cancel them.
Yeah, I mean.
Load up.
Yeah, it sounds like they might have to be canceled.
Burn it down. And then lastly, for our little beginning here, you're giving something away?
Yeah, so I'm sure everyone who worked out and ran this weekend, specifically the runners, you're probably in pain. A lot of first-time runners. So I'm sure after the race, you're on your runner's high, you crack open a Corona, and then you wake up today, you're in pain. So we're partnered up with PureKana. They have this mental rub that I actually used on my feet yesterday. So we wanted to give away a bunch. So Pete's going to do a post on Instagram. If you tell us why you're in the worst pain possible, we'll pick 3 of the most painful people and give them the rub.
Yeah. Scale of 1 to 10, where it hurts.
Yeah.
We'll decide.
Yeah.
That's good.
We'll do a video.
Extra points for memes. If you get a good meme out there that articulates
See, that's the
your
thing.
pain before and after,
They're not
it'd be
doing
great.
that at the LA Marathon.
Yeah, there's no memes.
No one gives a shit about how you feel the next day.
No giveaways.
You have to pay them. How rude.
Ugh.
Pay them all this money just
What
to
a
show
joke.
up and
LA Marathon's expensive. I think it's like $195.
Burn it down.
That many people pay $195?
I think it's that much, like $175 or something crazy for the full.
what do you
great
do with
business.
all that money? Like it doesn't
It's a
require that
nonprofit,
much.
and
Some fat cat CEOs getting paid.
Yeah, exactly. we need a
Frank
full
McCourt.
investigation.
Oh, Frank McCourt owns it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Frank
fat
McCourt
cat.
used to own the Dodgers.
he's a billionaire.
He owns the LA Marathon?
Yeah.
It should
should be
literally be
illegal.
$5. Why is it not $5 to run? Like what requirement? It's all volunteers too.
He's a
Yeah,
smart-
it's all volunteer.
They're not paying anybody.
Just to break, I guess the
permit.
the city.
They're not paying the
And what does
city.
that cost?
You think
I'm
they're
sure
paying
this.
the city?
Yeah, I'm sure the city's getting paid something. There are a lot of police and stuff out there.
It's a lot of money.
Seems fishy.
Yeah,
Seems like burn it down.
and there's no fish.
Burn it down.
And there's 0 fish. But
Load
those
up.
bathrooms smell a little fishy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You think for $175 you could take a nice shit?
Yeah,
Apparently not.
For real.
you
Can't
go to
even get a
4
nice
Seasons
poop?
and have a nice brunch.
And you can take a nice old shit in there.
Okay, it's time to get into the news. I just want to start with, 2020 is just wild.
Wild.
So I'm going to just sort of do things out of order here a little bit because I think it's important to just kick off with the real news. So first, 2 things when it comes to 2020 being crazy. I did see a little teaser that down in like Huntington Beach or something, like a beach is overflowing. Did you see that?
Newport.
Yeah, the beach is like just, the waves are just out into the street.
Flooding. Yeah, so, karma's a bitch, Newport.
Yeah, yeah.
You deniers of everything.
Yep.
Deniers of existence of minorities. Deniers of COVID.
Yeah, look at you now.
Yeah.
It's going to flood you out.
Yeah,
Great
and it's
flood.
funny is July 4th, for anyone who knows, Newport Beach is like the Super Bowl. That is their biggest, holiday.
Yeah.
And for things to just get flooded out like that, I don't know to what extent it caused any disruption of celebration, but I thought it was funny.
It looked crazy on social media.
Yeah.
I didn't see. Did the OC beaches just get overrun? Were they technically closed?
No, they were closed.
I didn't see either.
And people listened?
Yeah, I mean, everyone went to San Diego. So one of the guys that runs with us is from San Diego, and he said the traffic on the way to San Diego was insane.
Really?
And someone even
Because San
posted...
Diego didn't have a lock. Didn't have a.
No.
Oh my god.
So now we know where the next city with spikes are
Oh
going.
my
Yeah.
gosh. So everyone just went there.
Yeah.
People are
Spike
fucking
Lee.
crazy. Let me just say too, like it would be nice to be out and be on a beach for the 4th. I'm not driving to fucking San Diego to do it. Like people went to Arizona just to go to a nightclub.
Yeah.
When they opened.
People are going to Vegas just to get out of
Vegas?
here.
But Vegas, like
Weekend. Yeah,
people go to like,
reasonable.
get that. But you're going to
Yeah.
Arizona because you just can't help
true.
but be in a club.
There were a lot of parties this weekend. We
A
heard
lot.
a lot of rumblings
Yeah.
of important rich people
Yeah.
that were partying.
Yeah, a
Looked
lot.
like Nobu Malibu at a few of those people's houses.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was a lot of poor people partying too.
I don't think this wasn't a
I don't
class.
think it was discriminatory against any socioeconomic group.
It almost seems like billionaires don't care and poor people don't care.
No, and also really young people don't care and really old people don't care.
So no one cares.
The middle cares.
No, the only people who care, I'm telling you, the biggest group, and like drama's probably an anomaly, are people like young families.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that care. Like you're smart enough to care.
Yeah.
But like I have plenty of friends who are my age who don't care.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing with young families, you have.
I don't know why I care.
You have no reason to care,
Yeah,
really.
maybe I should stop caring.
But by the way, like it's not like you see your parents every weekend like we do, so there's
twice
no risk.
a year.
Twice a year.
Just test
I don't
before
give
you
a
go.
fuck.
Come over to this side.
Where are we
Come on
going
over.
today, man?
We're happy to have you.
Let's go to San Diego.
Yeah. We were thinking about it this weekend.
God. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I do think it's like that middle age. But no, you're right. A lot of your friends don't give a shit. I don't know.
I have friends in Vegas this weekend. I
But
have
I'll
friends
tell
at
you-
parties this weekend.
The extremes definitely don't care.
No.
Really rich doesn't care. Broke doesn't care. Really old, really young. That's a no. Definitely don't give a shit.
Sounds majority.
Huh?
Majority doesn't care.
Yeah, I would say the majority doesn't care.
Yeah, majority definitely doesn't care.
Okay, so here's the reason why we even brought all this up, because it has nothing to do with any of this. The biggest news of the week by far, but like could possibly make 2020 when it comes to content is last night. Kanye officially announced he is running for president.
Yes.
He moved it up. I know he was planning 2024. Hashtag 2020 vision.
Yeah.
And then instantly got a post from Elon Musk saying you have my full support.
Yeah.
So when it comes to having a podcast about pop culture, we just got blessed with probably, whatever that is, 5 months worth of great content.
Yeah. I mean, talk about clowns. Mega clowns. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
One, if these people call it Elon Musk, Kanye, and all the other idiot, like I saw a lot of like Naval was supporting it.
No.
Anand's boy Balaji was supporting it. Like
No, they didn't.
Yeah, and it's making
it's-
they're making a mockery. Anyone
Is that
who
just to
supports
feel
this,
like cool?
yeah, definitely, because I'm sure Kanye has talked to all of them, so they feel like they have a relationship with them.
Yeah, he's done the Silicon Valley run.
So
But you would think if Kanye came and talked to you, you would definitely realize how unfit he ever was to be president.
Exactly. And they are all egging it on. And everyone thinks it's a joke. Obviously, some of the practical challenges are he has not filed. He is not eligible already in so many states because those dates have passed to be on the ballot.
Yeah.
So,
and even to get on, people say like, oh, it's 130,000 signatures. I think they actually have to be physical signatures because they have to verify your ID.
Yeah.
So,
So it's like virtually impossible to run a 50-state campaign. He may sneak in a few states.
So is this just marketing? Is this
but
just to
Just
fuck around?
nonsense.
But here it is.
All
Here
it
what
is complete fuckery.
Yeah.
But
it
it's
is.
very, very dangerous. It's very dangerous because I think Harambe got a good million votes last write-in election in 2016.
Oh, the gorilla that got
Gorilla
shot?
got like a lot of people said that he had gotten a lot of votes.
R.I.P.
So
R.I.P. my
so here people are going to be stupid,
Yep.
especially young people who we actually need to turn out for this election. And they're going to be like, I fuck with Kanye. Yeah, I'm with Kanye.
I like those shoes.
Like dumbass suburban kids are going to go and vote for Kanye because they think it's funny.
Yeah, so he's just eating up Biden's votes.
Yeah,
right?
and that's where I think it's super dangerous. He has not at any point condemned Donald Trump for anything he said or done.
What are the odds Donald Trump called him and said, do this?
I think it's what was that little meeting Elon and Kanye had? What were they talking about? Stupidity.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But why the fuck would I understand Elon because he likes the Twitter fuckery.
Yeah.
But why are these smart guys?
Because they
supporting
want to
him?
be cool.
Yeah, I think it's just searching for relevance.
When I saw Naval, I thought Naval was smart. Naval thought it'd be. He said he would bring unity.
Candidate or
I was like,
something.
what?
That
So
was
he just
very
wants to be
disappointing.
hip. He just wants to hang out with Kanye.
Go buy a pair of shoes and shut the fuck up,
Yeah,
Naval.
I agree.
Jesus
I agree.
Christ.
It is dangerous. And,
It's so dangerous.
but,
These
like,
people
that's
think
the-
it's a joke.
But
I
the
agree.
problem is Donald Trump has made the office a joke the last 4 years.
I know,
Look at
but
the
we
way-
can't continue it, especially people like Naval, who so many young people like idolize and respect.
Yeah, so you got to imagine you have Elon Musk, Naval. This is the entire Joe Rogan crowd.
Yes.
That's going to be like Kanye.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Maybe Joe will have him on now.
Yeah.
It is Kanye.
Kanye was
Supposed to,
Kanye
right?
tweeted Joe Rogan interview coming soon, like almost a year ago, and people lost their shit. But then the way that it sounded was Joe had like phone calls with him and stuff, and like they decided it probably wasn't smart for whatever reason. Who knows? Because I don't think Joe's going to take like the holy road and be like, no, I don't think this is right
No,
for you.
because
Kanye.
he would
Blockbuster.
blockbuster.
Of course, but somebody decided that it probably wasn't smart. But yeah, that's the Joe Rogan crowd. So now Joe should have him on.
And
Explain your policy.
Joe Rogan crowd is half the damn country.
Yes.
That's very, very scary. And the problem is Elon Musk, another person that everyone idolizes, thinks is a revolutionary, all this type of stuff. You get these two cultural icons, which I respect both of them for what they do, as one as an entrepreneur, one as an artist. I think they're amazing people, what they've done for society. I do not want them running for president.
I think Elon just thinks he's just too smart and everything's a joke for him.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you think that he just thinks like whoever's president is a fucking joke?
Yeah, I don't think he knows it doesn't matter to him.
Yeah.
And he's like thinking about life on Mars. Do you think he gives a shit who's in the White House?
Because I would imagine like when he's doing whatever he's doing with NASA to collab on space, like he probably looks at the president as a fucking joke. And
Yeah,
this
for
guy
sure
just
he does.
shows up and shakes hands and takes photos.
To Dee's point, it's dangerous to the youth because then
1,000,000%.
they completely because Elon's on another planet. Literally, he's smarter than all of us.
yeah,
He's thinking
he
about
wants
things.
to go to another planet. Just leave. Just
fucking
leave.
Just elect Kanye president of Mars.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
I'm that totally down.
Yeah. We could elect that. That'd be fine. He can walk around as that.
Yeah. And here's the thing about it that I think that's going to get very, very interesting now. Kanye just said he's running for president. What happens when you run for president? They drag everything out.
Oh, yeah.
Everything comes out.
Yeah, because
When
it's not a joke when it comes to...
Yeah, because the reporters who cover politics are on these people, like you get Greenwald and all these people digging into your past.
Yeah.
They're going to find some scary shit.
And you've been living the rapper life for the last 20
yeah,
years.
yeah.
We
What
didn't
is it?
forget the little pump song.
Yes.
I'm
yeah.
a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. Take that, Mr. President.
Yeah, is that gonna be? And then everyone's like, Elon endorses. Oh, you support a presidential candidate? Think about everyone who supports Donald Trump. Everything has been dragged out on every single mega supporter of Donald Trump.
And bad timing because Ghislaine Maxwell just got arrested, and already they put Elon in the crosshairs.
Elon has a picture with her. Elon has been to the house of Jeffrey Epstein.
So the rumor is
Which
that
one? The Florida one?
I don't know if it was Florida or New York.
Oh
Might have
my
been New York.
God.
is he not the most connected man in the history of the world?
Elon?
No, Jeffrey Epstein.
It's wild. It's
Who
so
is he
insane.
not have
It's
a
literally
picture
like
with?
old money, like old weird Florida money, and then Elon Musk.
Well, so the rumor that came out is his ex-wife, Tallulah Riley, beautiful woman, that Maxwell arranged that
Tallulah?
woman for Elon. Obviously, it's a wild rumor. She denied it. She already came out and said that I spoke to Elon. I wanted to kill this rumor immediately. But that's just, here's the problem. He's like, you want to go be running for president, or you think you're going to be vice president? Everyone has like West Musk 2020. These people are going to go you thought like
why
Wall
would you
Street
even-
tech reporters are tough. These political reporters, they find out everything about everybody.
But here's what's crazy. One guy's stock just hit a record all-time high, most valuable car company in the world. The other guy just signed maybe the best apparel deal ever.
Yeah.
And you motherfuckers are going to go just say, here's a open field day to tear us down?
This is ego 101. These guys are narcissists, egomaniacs, and they are in their own way. I guarantee you this stupid little stunt is going to really hurt both of them long term.
So Elon's stock, Tesla, hits 1,200 on Friday.
Yeah.
And then he starts mocking all the short sellers of Tesla,
And
saying,
SEC.
who wears short shorts? I wear short shorts. Then he launched short shorts on Tesla's website today, and the site crashed.
Yeah.
And the price of the short is $69.42, $420.
69420. He is out of his fucking mind, man.
Yeah.
He might lose it. He
Yeah.
might fucking lose it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then what about, they're saying Epstein toured SpaceX?
Yeah, and then there's another rumor, and Elon Musk denied that I never invited him down there, but we have a lot of visitors. I don't know.
That sounds guilty.
So a company like SpaceX, I've been to a lot of companies that are very well protected. They take your picture. You walk into Facebook, Google, any of these campuses, they take your picture. They have a log. You have to sign an NDA. You cannot just walk up into SpaceX. I can imagine SpaceX even more crazy given how special what they're doing is.
Yep.
I'm sure some reporters now going to go find the log and be like, oh, Jeffrey Epstein's been to SpaceX 17
Yeah, exactly,
times.
exactly. That's the problem. He was there 24 times from the span of...
And with these 6 women.
Yeah,
So hold on. We hear the crowds that Elon's running with in LA.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's not the most savory of people.
Yeah. I mean, they're not engineers. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Not the engineering
Not the
crowd.
top engineers of the country.
So the question is, he's got a lot of dirt.
Yeah.
Is he uncancelable? Like similar to Joe Rogan, similar to
It depends.
Portnoy?
If he committed crimes, then he can be canceled.
I think the
if he
fear is
just
that-
had sex with a bunch of women, I don't think people would probably be idolized even more. He's like Portnoy.
The problem is I
Yeah.
think a lot of the like establishment type people want him to fail.
Yeah.
So they will try everything. It's
Yeah.
the kids, like the young people and the Tesla buyers that love him and will support him no matter what. But I don't know about your board members and you know what I'm saying?
But they're financially, if Elon Musk is no longer the CEO of Tesla, that stock goes to zero,
Yeah.
like overnight. If you think
Yeah.
about like concentration of power,
Yeah.
the board can't fire him.
They might have at some point some moral obligation depending on if anything comes out. If nothing comes out, he's scot free. Nothing's gonna.
Yeah.
He's at this point
he
unattainable.
literally, what does the crime have to be?
Rape,
Yeah.
I think.
And then the board's like, okay, all our
if-
stock's worthless.
If it's anything Jeffrey Epstein related,
Yeah, young girls or rape. I think that
it's lights out.
because look, it's already out. It casually came out 2 weeks ago. He had a threesome with Amber Heard and Cara Delevingne. No one batted an eye.
Yeah.
No one said a
That
word.
was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They idolize that.
Yeah, but I'm saying there was no like stock, no nothing.
No.
Stock should have gone up for that.
Yeah, see that?
I probably did.
It hasn't gone down in
Yeah.
months.
On fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And like the plants are like barely open, and there's limitations on production.
He's fighting cities. We're open anyway. Arrest me first.
yeah. He's
I love it. But let me just tell you.
dangerous.
Yeah, I know. But for us, this
Yeah.
is great.
Yes.
I mean, the end of
Volatility is great for a podcast like ours.
2020 is the best year to have this type of podcast.
And what's crazy is Kanye's doing all this, by the way. We all know he has music coming out. He has got his Gap deal coming up. He's got his cartoon coming out. Like, he has a lot of things coming out. And does this feel like a Kris Jenner magical?
I think Kris
Treatment?
Jenner even wouldn't go this far.
Because she was like, this is the presidency.
Yeah, like I would picture, I mean, who the fuck knows? But I would
Yeah.
picture Kim and Kris Jenner being like, Kanye, don't do that. He's like, now's the time. Like they were at a July 4th barbecue. And he's like, right now is the time. It's America. You see the fireworks. They're all over the city. It's unity.
Yeah.
Probably stood up and gave like an entire speech.
Yeah, and they're like, give me your phone, Kanye. And he's like, no, I did it.
I
Elon's
Playing it
with
right
me.
now.
I just don't know what to believe or what to think anymore, because every
Yeah.
time I think anything is crazy, then like
You
I
get
hear
one-upped
crazy
the
like,
next week.
Like Aaron Hernandez story that just came out, his lover that just came out
His gay lover?
in jail.
in
right?
jail, and saying that how they were going to get married, they were going to do this, they were going to do like the craziest shit Aaron Hernandez was telling to this guy.
And that
They-
didn't even hit my feed. That's not enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, I'll tell you another interesting thing. We'll just jump right to it. Maxwell, with the Elon Musk situation, there was a rumor going around in New Hampshire that she's already tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
And if that's real, that the local newspapers are reporting that, what a way to kill her.
Yeah. 100%.
I mean,
If she's in a respirator tomorrow,
Yep.
it's over.
what are the odds she survives?
I mean, ventilator, sorry. What?
What are the odds she survives?
Just in general, this whole thing, you mean?
no, like someone doesn't kill.
suicide.
Yeah, exactly. Something.
If she can last a month, she has a great shot. Because a month is a long time.
And there was no blowback for killing Epstein. There's
No.
gonna be zero blowback for killing her.
No. I mean, you're going to get a lot of, that's the problem. I think that they know, like, you're going to get a lot of Twitter selfie videos, like, she did not kill herself, but no one does anything.
No.
There's no follow-up.
No one does anything about anything. You can literally do whatever you want.
Because in my eyes, once again, I know nothing anymore about anything, first of all, but especially about this. It seems like she's either going to spend the rest of her life in jail or she's going to rat on everyone.
Yeah.
Or on a lot of people.
Or both.
Or both. But the only chance she has of not sitting in jail for the rest of her life is death or Tekashi 6ix9ing. Squeal on everyone, get some sort of house arrest plan, make music videos from your living room.
She might be from an old school where like she just wants to die with dignity and just won't say a word.
I don't know. I just don't know if you can live that lifestyle and then be in a jail cell. I don't think, not many people can keep it that real. I don't know if Ghislaine has it in her, you know?
Ghislaine Bryant.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Next up, unfortunately, a little bit more serious note, but once again, just how absolutely absurd the country is. A driver drove through like a crowd of people in Seattle.
It was gnarly.
There's video of it?
Yes. It is so scary. I was like, how does this person live? There's two people, and I think they might have been sisters. And, you know, I saw it last night, and then I woke up this morning and the woman had passed.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like, why are you protesting on the freeway? First of all, there was cars blocking cars from coming in. This like psychopath Jaguar driver.
They drove around
the cars and just nailed these two women. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it is everyone talks about free speech in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves free speech as long as it's not the speech you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
And that's fundamental. That was, you know, I saw at Mount Rushmore, I think the Black Panthers showed up, or was that Stone Mountain?
Stone Mountain at the KKK.
Yeah. And hundreds of Black Panthers showed up with like serious assault rifles.
Yeah, real guns.
And, you know, obviously, I'm sure those people don't like that just happened, that all these people showed up, Black people showed up with guns in their neighborhood. And I think
when the white people went to City Hall or wherever the hell they went.
Yeah. Exactly.
Inside. And that was about masks.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah. And you know, this it's like the age-old problem. We talk about free speech, but like no one actually we don't in this country want free speech.
No, you only want free speech when it's your speech.
Yes.
And it's your opinion.
Yeah.
No one likes having differing opinions.
And this is both sides. Both sides don't like to hear it because, you know, if you're liberal, you don't want to hear the conservative version of whatever the take is.
The same way I feel like the gun owners, the Second Amendment guys, probably aren't too happy about the Black Panthers outside of it.
Exactly.
They probably don't want them to have guns. You know, it's probably the same thing.
And this is a constant battle. I just see, like, you know, given what happened July 4th, you know, it definitely felt like the most subdued July 4th. You know, I'm a big July 4th guy.
Yeah.
I always rock the flag hat, flag t-shirt.
You go all in.
Yeah, I'm pretty festive and I generally enjoy the holiday and I'm a patriotic person. But it's just, I think everyone's just confused.
Yeah.
And then you drop in Colin Kaepernick saying that this holiday doesn't represent us. This holiday represents like white supremacy, and until we're all freed, that is a very, very polarizing statement. And
but even LeBron, because there was a really famous Frederick Douglass speech.
Yes.
And everyone kind of took that tone.
Yes.
And LeBron
exactly.
posted the whole speech.
Yeah. And I understand when Frederick Douglass said it, it was definitely needed.
Yeah.
It's definitely needed now too. But you have to change the context a little because I think you run the risk of continuing to alienate more and more people.
Yeah.
Because what Donald Trump is doing at his speech that he did at Mount Rushmore was saying that these people want to tear down our history, tear down our country. And you could spin that version very, very easily to the right audience, and it works.
Yeah. I mean, keep in mind, I couldn't be the biggest non-Trump supporter, but there were parts of that speech that were good.
Yeah.
Naming, like he named Frederick Douglass and named black and white, all different race people, and this is America and this is what we offer and blah, blah, blah. But I do think he just continues. It's almost like when you almost get it, you still miss the mark on all these other, like you just don't understand how to really communicate.
Well, he doesn't want to he doesn't want to. He wants to double down on what he thinks is going to work, which is that divisiveness.
I know, but why are you like, he's almost there. Like when I saw him mentioning Frederick Douglass and I forget who, but Muhammad Ali and all these different people, it was like, it's this easy almost. Like it almost felt like, dude, you could just
he could sail
pivot
into the
a
next
little
term.
bit and you're sailing it.
But I think the game he's playing, and we'll find out how wrong or how right he was, is he's tripling down on the rhetoric because he thinks that's going to bring out his base to vote.
Totally.
Because it's just a voter turnout issue.
I know.
And Washington Post did an article today talking about how, he doesn't really believe all the racist stuff, but he knows the racist stuff brings out the connects with his base. It wasn't word for word, but that was the gist of it.
Yeah.
And even Jared Kushner, who's in the White House, one of the senior advisors, apparently there's a quote from Trump that leaked saying, "I'm sick of Jared Kushner's woke shit. We're not doing that anymore." And all it was just like police reform.
Jared Kushner is not woke.
He's the woke guy in the White House, though.
Yeah.
He's like the fucking whatever I don't even know who the like spokesperson is for wokeness, but he might as well be from Seattle.
Yeah. He's
the
a
White
jazz
House.
guy.
In the context of how Donald Trump views the society, but like he's had this persona his entire career.
Yeah.
From the Central Park 5 in the 80s to now. It's consistent.
Yeah, you're right. It just, and I don't even know why. I guess I don't even care because the last thing I want is for him to win. But there were parts of that I was like, man, you could so easily pivot just a little bit. And because I don't think there's any chance he wins, but I think there's a chance I'm shocked and surprised again. And he does. Like, I didn't know. 2016, I thought there was no way Donald Trump was going to win.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel right now, but I'm just a little worried because that's how I felt.
And
last time.
the kind of wild card is how Corona affects voter turnout.
Yeah.
That could be the thing no one's calculating for.
Yeah, because all the old people don't give a shit. They're going to be voting. And all the young people are voting for fucking Kanye.
Yeah.
To even get out of your house.
Yeah. Thanks,
You're
Naval.
like, I hope I get those new freaking
Gap.
Gap.
Do you think Gap's
khakis.
happy or pissed?
I think Gap does not like this. Because
I bet
anything
you,
that creates polarization I don't care. Gap
Republican or Democrats buy Gap too.
Yes.
I bet you that CEO made this call. Everyone else is like, fucking what? I doubt it, but good luck.
Yeah.
And she's like, come on, Kanye. Come
just
on, Kanye.
hold it together at least for
just
the first
please.
drop.
And what, he made it a week?
Yeah, he couldn't
Not
make it a week.
even.
At least
not even a week.
Adidas is known as a racist company. So it falls in line.
True. Yeah. What blows my mind, to jump back to the beginning of that, is like, it's just crazy to me that we are at a place where a normal person, in the sense of like they're out among us driving a Jaguar,
Yeah.
probably did decent for themselves, is to the point of just seeing a group of people makes you want to go murder, drive through them. And now your whole life is fucked.
It's over. This is why
You're so like radicalized. Like people are literally like radicalized.
And this is why this election is so important, because what Donald Trump did is make a mockery of our whole political system, which is fine. I actually am okay with that part. But it just showed that, like, when you get even people that everyone, I hated Barack, I hated George Bush, I hated Bill Clinton. Okay, we get it. You hate every president.
Yeah.
No one's liked any president. Yeah. That's fine. They keep some sort of order that lets our society move on.
Yeah.
We are in absolute fucking chaos. I cannot see outside our window to the mountain.
Yeah.
Which is 4 miles away.
Yeah.
Not even 4, actually 3 miles away, because everyone is blasting fireworks because some insane thing is going on in our society.
Yes.
We have lost control because we're picking clowns as our leaders.
Yeah. It's wild.
Society's just disintegrating in front of our eyes.
It is, man.
American society.
I blame social media. I really feel like the whole country has just become like
a big meme.
Yeah. You know?
I mean, we're banned from Europe. We're banned from Japan.
I saw a private jet go from Colorado to Sardinia.
They got busted.
They got thrown back. They're probably never allowed back now.
Probably not.
You don't know who it was?
No, just they talked
I mean, they
about
have
it
to
in the
get
news.
really rich.
Yeah.
Colorado to Italy, PJ.
Damn. Okay. And then What about gun sales? Through the roof?
Through the roof. Everyone is buying guns right now. This is one thing I think.
I feel like I might be on the gun side here.
I mean, I even was talking to a friend of mine who I never thought would buy a gun, and he bought a gun.
Recently?
And I was like, really?
I think there's a lot of people doing that. I think there's a lot of people that would never otherwise consider it.
Yeah.
Feeling, because the unrest, it feels so uneasy. You're like, I don't fucking know, man.
And the rise of encampments. I feel like the cops are purposely just not dismantling them.
2.2 million guns is what they think the National Shooting Sports Foundation says were bought in June.
Yeah, I got
that. That is nuts. 40% of these checks were first-time gun buyers. So the FBI announced 3.9 million background checks for June. 3.9 million.
So we should just give up on the gun thing.
Yeah, now
give up. Just give up on the you're going to get rid of everyone's guns.
Yeah.
No, that's never going to happen. It's just about not having machine guns in the hands of citizens.
Give it up. I think you got to give it up. I think you got to go the other way.
Or just give everyone a machine gun.
I'm part of that crowd now.
Yeah, you're the militia crowd.
It's too far.
Yeah.
Teachers, give them guns.
Yeah. Are you part of that crowd?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Arm them up.
Everyone, if
I'm terrified of guns.
we're not safe.
I say we all go buy a gun. Whoever has the biggest gun wins.
If we know that's the challenge, you just go buy the biggest gun.
Right? Yeah.
So whoever has the most money wins.
Yeah. That's how worse society
I know a
works.
guy.
Yeah, I guess you're right. The most money and the biggest gun, you win.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Well, arm yourselves, guys, you know?
Please don't.
If anyone needs...
Please.
Listen,
I'm
I'll be the group chat militia, me and Pete. Pete, I'll go buy a few.
I already got guns right here, left and right. Bang, bang.
Okay, we'll see you later. Okay, and then... So Trump... Oh, God. You know what? On that note, let's all take a breather and let Gun Boy over there read some ads. Save up for a gun with this ad money.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the ad portion of this podcast. And today's sponsor is, you guessed it, PureKana. As you heard earlier in the episode, we have a little giveaway with them. So make sure you go out and do that. Tell us all about your soreness. And I'm going to go ahead and pick a winner. But let me tell you a little bit about PureKana. And it's a product I really, really, really like is their topical CBD ointment. Now, I've had a big weekend. I had to go fall around D, run all around LA, 13 plus miles I had to drive. So as you can imagine, my arms were sore. I was getting in and out of the car, driving, put it in reverse, drive, park. I'm tired. I'm so tired after a long day of having to follow around D. It's just not as easy as some of you might think. But what helped me recover from that was the topical CBD ointment, their menthol ointment from PureKana. It's great. I put it on my arms, soothes them, relax them. It absorbs quickly. It smells great. And it's instantly become a favorite of mine for recovery. I highly encourage you, if you're feeling sore from, say, running this weekend if you ran, or if you just have daily joint soreness, this is a great product for you. I've also tried their little CBD gummies. First of all, they taste amazing. So delicious. And they help you just calm down a little bit. Get a little relaxing going. So sometimes I take these in the evening when I'm feeling like, hey, time to kick back, relax, turn on a little Netflix, watch something good. So head over to PureKana.com. Use promo code GroupChat20. That's GroupChat20, GroupChat20. And get 20% off your order. And get back to feeling better. All right, let's get back into today's episode.
Okay, we're back. Hey, it looks like our
prediction
was right.
Yeah.
We gave two options to the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
My hometown, as close as I got to a hometown baseball team. Option 1, change the name.
Yep.
Option 2, go full Indian.
Go full Indian.
Red dot.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Corta.
Yeah. It looks like they're going with option 1.
Yeah. They didn't think the Indian mascot would really resonate with the folks of Cleveland.
Yeah. So they're considering it, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't see that happening.
I think it's gonna happen.
You think?
Isn't
Redskins so much more derogatory than
Wahoo is just a very...
Yeah, but they changed. Chief Wahoo's gone.
I know, but it's still same dude, right?
I know. Yeah.
Same Indian.
I don't know if that dude still runs around. I know they took him off the hat.
Yeah.
I don't know if he runs around the stadium or not. It's disrespectful. But I don't know, man. You think it will happen?
I think it's going to change. I think as soon as the Redskins change their name.
But is that going to happen?
That's definitely happening.
I think it's definitely going to happen.
That's pretty much a slam dunk at this point.
Okay.
Because they said it's under review. The NFL's pressuring them.
And
fans
FedEx.
are pressuring them.
I mean, their name, the stadium's named after FedEx. FedEx, the founder, put pressure on him.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
What a weird time. So then you think they'll do it and then Indians will do it.
I think
if they do it, you have to do it.
Yeah. I think the Indians will do it by next year.
Yeah, Chief Wahoo got... he's secondary on the logo as of 2014.
But he's there.
But no, now it's the C.
But he's
They took him
secondary.
off.
That means he's still in the mix.
He's around.
Yeah.
He's not
You
hard to
can go
find.
get a Chief Wahoo t-shirt if you wanted one.
Man, you know who I really want to call in for this is Cousin Gary.
Yeah.
He's got to be livid.
He can't be happy.
Yeah.
Because this is like childhood.
Let's zoom him in.
I mean, let me just say another thing. You
Do
know,
you have to change the Chicago White Sox? Why isn't there Black Sox?
let me just say, I'm not alluding to anything that I'm not alluding to, but Cleveland also has a football team with a kind of questionable name.
Browns.
Yeah.
What Browns are we talking about here?
Yeah. What group of brown people
So we have
are
the Indians and the Browns? Seems
Yeah.
like somebody has a diss against Indian people in Cleveland.
Maybe Cleveland is a hotbed for Indian people. And like
But
in the
where do-
40s.
where
They
do
should
we
just
stop?
change and own the Indian culture in Ohio. If
Yes.
you had the Browns and the Indians and it was all true
and
Indians,
all these Indian people just moved there.
that'd be sick.
You can have Microsoft, Google, Facebook. Because there's so
Yeah, I
many
think
Indians.
you go the other way on this one. They're going the wrong way. Oh, man. Okay.
Just be like, we're here to embrace the Indian culture. We welcome all people from India.
Yeah. We're the Indians and the Browns. We love you all. Sick. Okay. What's up with Live Nation? They're doing a little bit of a pivot here. I mean, the funny thing to me was Live Nation stock has been crushing. Is it still crushing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's no concerts. To be clear.
No concerts like anywhere in sight.
No.
It's like, I don't know what percent of their business is live events, but I think it's got to be like
The
All of
nation
it.
is live.
I mean, it's a live fucking nation. So now it's just a nation?
Yeah.
So, there could very well not be concerts till 2023.
Yeah.
But it looks like they have a bit of an idea here.
They want to do live from the drive-in. I actually like this idea. So they're starting with a set of 9 shows from July 10th through the 12th in Nashville, Maryland, and Missouri and Indiana. And it's going to be 4 different artists, I think. It's going to be Brad Paisley, country artist, Darius Rucker, and Joe Party, and then Nelly.
Wow.
And
Nelly
so-
snuck in there, huh?
And so it's pretty cool concept. So you pull up, you drive, it'll be in the parking lot of these huge stadiums and amphitheaters. It's a maximum of 4 people per car. And you'll have 2 empty parking lot spaces in between each vehicle, so fans can watch and party from their designated individual tailgating zone. And attendees are encouraged to bring food, drinks, and chairs, setting up around their cars to view the performers from the stage and also from the large LED screen.
But right at that moment, it's no longer social distance.
yeah, exactly.
The moment everyone gets out of their cars and sets up their chairs around it, you're just at a concert. It's just a normal concert.
No, I mean a normal concert.
Okay, normal concert with half the crowd.
Sure, but we could never do that in a stadium. But if you give the space between parking lots, you're in open air. To me, like this makes sense. First, as a pretty avid concert goer, I don't enjoy the concert going experience. It's very similar to a marathon for me. Where
Really, you don't? You go to a shit ton of concerts.
I love seeing live music.
Yeah.
I don't like being on people being on top of each other.
Yep.
People are smoking, people are drinking, and I don't want to, deal with all that shit. I want to
I
have
mean, a few of the concerts I've been to with you, you're both smoking
and
drinking.
drinking. Yes. And I wouldn't want to
Yelling
be
and
around me.
sweating, and there's droplets everywhere.
And, yeah,
exactly.
There might be some vomit afterwards.
Definitely vomit. Shout out to Future and Drake for that
Yeah,
vomit.
shout out to
What was that tour
Summer
called?
16, right?
Yeah, I think wasn't it Summer 16 tour?
Yeah.
No, that was Future and Drake.
What a time to be alive.
What a time.
Yeah.
Either way,
Either
Yeah.
way.
see, we don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't.
The sprinter definitely had to pull over after the
It
concert.
The
wasn't a
fucking
sprinter,
tour
it was a
bus.
bus.
It was a tour bus that dropped him off in somewhere in the city.
And he
Near USC.
disappeared. He disappeared.
I literally, so backstory for everybody. We used to go to all these concerts when we were all younger and didn't have kids, and we would rent sprinter vans or buses and go to like these big concerts with all of our friends.
And on this one in particular, our friend rented a full like Greyhound.
Yeah, a full-on bus. We packed it up. We had liquor, partying, go to the concert, smoking, drinking. It was a wild night.
Yeah.
On the way back, my head starts spinning, and we're leaving Staples Center. I tell the bus driver to pull over on Hoover. That's the only thing I remember. Hoover is where USC is.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just walked out. And my wife then just luckily walks out. She ends up calling a Lyft or an Uber. I throw up on the freeway.
In the lift.
In the lift.
You didn't throw up when you got out of the bus? Or you threw up then too?
I probably threw up twice.
Yeah.
In the car, or you get it out?
On the lift?
Yeah.
While we were driving.
Oh, wow.
So
Vomit
kind
just
of indoor, outdoor.
Definitely got a little,
Yeah.
sprinkle back.
What did he do? Was he screaming at you?
He was actually super nice. Like pulled over when we got off the freeway. Do you need anything? Whatever.
Is that the guy you tipped?
Gave him $100, $150 to
Get a detail.
I feel like it should have been more because he can't do rides the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Imagine in this current climate, someone puking like that
Oh
and
my
spraying vomit.
yeah, he'd be in jail.
Yeah.
I should be in jail.
We're going to look back. This is, when life's not returning to what we experienced in January of 2020 for 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
So we're just being like, oh, my late 30s, guess those are gone.
Yeah. Literally,
Well,
you,
we
like,
got to do
you
it.
guys are going to be like 45 trying to relive.
back, like-
guys, we got a tour bus.
Where there's like the future Drake reunion tour and Drake's
the
40th
oldies.
birthday.
Yeah.
It's like the Rolling Stones.
Shit. The Eagles tour.
And I'm wearing like a long t-shirt and like
Oh my God.
Jordans and going.
Okay, so sorry, I completely derailed, but my point is you are one of those people. But my concern would be I think it's a great idea. It sounds really, really fun. And it sounds like a dream come true from like a concert going experience because you have a little bit more room. But just don't you think that like if Corona's going to spread in a normal concert, Corona's going to spread. I mean, people are going to be walking around, high-fiving, like you got alcohol.
But we just know that when we're outside and there is distance and the likelihood is less.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is it's not a bad alternative, and I think it's a much safer play. And if people who don't want to intermingle or are concerned, they could be like that. They can like literally block off their little section and be like, "Yo, we're not mixing."
Yeah.
The only problem I had with this idea is drinking and driving through the roof.
Oh yeah, through the fucking roof, and also getting out of that place would be a nightmare.
Jeez.
Imagine being in a concert and then it's a parking lot.
Yeah, and then some people have not gone back in their car. So logistics, I think, is still a little.
You have to
challenge.
work those out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they have to try something.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree, and it would probably be really fun. Okay. What if you went to one of those in a tour bus?
Yeah.
Just be in the parking lot and tour bus? Okay. Anand, I want to toss this one to you. It seems like there was a lot of press over Clubhouse, which is, a platform that you're really most familiar with here. But there's some New York Times reporter beefing with everyone. What's happening?
So the CEO of Away, let's start timeline of events, goes on Instagram.
Who was still CEO.
Was still CEO at the time.
Okay.
But there's been some controversy at the company. The company's publicly struggled. Everyone knows that. They just actually...
Co-founders already kind of thrown her under the bus several times.
Yes.
What happened? Sorry, not to go back too far, but I'm guessing most of the listeners might not know either. After all that Slack debacle, did she like step down and then come back quietly?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, got it.
So she's still CEO. She goes on Instagram and puts Instagram stories about how she's unfairly attacked by the media. And it's like a series of 2 or 3, I think, posts.
Okay.
Then this New York Times reporter, Taylor Lorenz, is kind of a rising star within the New York Times technology department. Mm-hmm. She's been reporting about like TikTok and basically explaining to boomers what's going on with social media and technology. Seemed well-liked for the most part. Like I hadn't really seen anyone bash her. Like people like to bash reporters. She goes on Twitter and kind of attacks the CEO of Away and says the ex-CEO of Away and just kind of goes after her and like kind of roasts her. Like if you want to just objectively say it. Then a prominent Silicon Valley guy named Balaji Srinivasan, he was the CTO of Coinbase, big Bitcoin guy, like really well respected in technology circles. He's made it his like personal hobby to go after reporters that are presenting inaccurate facts. So he did this all throughout Corona. He was really early on Corona. And
so not just like technology news, all news.
All news. So he had like a health bio startup. So he felt like he had the authority to speak on Corona early on.
Yeah.
And he was just using data. And he was correcting every reporter that was putting out fake news and saying, you guys are journalists. Like, do some fact checking. And when you're wrong, like come back and tell the readers you were wrong.
Yeah.
Like you reported false information. So he saw this and basically fact checked everything this New York Times reporter said. Like, A, she's still the CEO of Away. That's wrong. You're a journalist. Like, do your reporting. B, you violated the New York Times guidelines for reporters. Treat your subjects that you're reporting on with respect. You're attacking her. And then it turned into this huge fight between the New York Times reporter, Balaji Srinivasan, who used to work at Andreessen Horowitz. Andreessen Horowitz is the biggest investor in Clubhouse. She starts attacking Ben Horowitz for no reason. Then it just becomes an all-out, like, tech Twitter war. So on Wednesday, this is kind of all unfolding. And I was like, is this echo chamber? Like, I'm the only one that's actually paying attention to this because I follow a lot of these types of people? Or does anyone actually care? And then it kept escalating and escalating. And I feel like it became mainstream.
Yeah, it's definitely mainstream. And the thing about it is Taylor Lorenz, who's the reporter, she does... You know, I'm not a huge fan of reporters in general either, but I understand their purpose in society, and I understand that they're here to expose things that an average person like us in the conversation don't know. And if you follow her, she's always been very much about exposing a lot of the kind of issues that are in Silicon Valley, whether it be diversity, whether it be kind of this like click tech bro kind of vibe. And she kind of went out on a limb and started kind of going after people that obviously have a lot of power, and they ganged up on her and kind of pushed her down. So I think she needed to be humbled in that respect. But I also think like she must be damn good at what she does, because she got a lot of really powerful people riled up. And for a reporter, that's good business. You got Ben Horowitz and this Balaji Srinivasan and the Away people. I mean, the woman eventually had to step down as CEO of Away.
Is it like kind of because of the...
I think it's because employees, I don't think, liked her. And this was the final straw that the board, I think employees ganged up and were like...
You know, this woman, Taylor has 167,000 followers on Twitter. So people are paying attention to what she has to say.
And the interesting thing is, so Clubhouse, which still isn't in the App Store, you still have to get invited or let in through application. She was the only prominent reporter that they let in. And then she just starts roasting Clubhouse, how it's this tech bro. And like, I've been on Clubhouse. She's wrong. Like, Clubhouse is so harmless. There's nothing controversial really going on there. And I think she got emotional. And that's the problem. Like, that's the problem why all these prominent people, because you're in the New York Times, you're in the big leagues. People pay attention. Like, that's not your job. Your job is to report facts and report information. And when the problem with all these billionaires, why they get so mad, is because reporters are allowed to put out 10 articles. 7 could be somewhat accurate, 3 could be completely false, and there's no repercussion.
Yeah, so I agree
and it
with
can
that.
hurt the company. And you can get people fired by reporting fake news that starts riling up stuff, and that's why people are angry. It's not because they wanted to pick a fight with this female reporter. It's like there has to be accountability. Right now, in my opinion, all journalism is opinion. We're in the opinion business. There's no real journalists. We are an opinion podcast.
Business.
We're allowed to be. We're not claiming we're journalists. We are opinion people.
Yeah, but we're probably more reputable than most now.
Yeah, and I think the problem is in her case is, you know, she does do a lot of good work. She just got riled up in like this emotional debate with these, because she got powerful people to take notice. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing. She's doing what like Elon Musk is doing, except Elon Musk is worth $30 billion. So it's cute when he does it. When she does it, she looks like a psychopath.
Because that's not her job. You're a New York Times reporter.
Yes, and
that's true. That's the problem.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
the problem is like you see the fall of, like, you have a duty.
I agree. And I think the moment she did involve emotion in her reporting, like what she did about talking about Clubhouse, if she had just said, this is what's happening in Clubhouse, and by the way, here are my opinions on that issue. If New York Times allows her to give opinions, then she's allowed to give a fucking opinion.
And the funny thing is, she wrote a positive article on Clubhouse, like, I think a few weeks ago. And she just started going after Clubhouse because she just felt attacked by Balaji, who has nothing to do with Clubhouse, just because of his affiliation with Andreessen Horowitz, who led the round.
I'm solving the problem.
Please.
Taylor, I'm launching a new app.
Yep.
Beach House.
Beach House.
It's
more relaxing.
It's more relaxing.
Isn't the Soho Malibu called Little Beach House?
Yeah, but this is, this is an app. This is an app.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? And, no one from Silicon Valley can be allowed on.
Wow.
Affiliated with any tech company, you're out.
Sounds like a poor beach.
Yes. This is,
it's a Myrtle Beach house.
It's Malibu, bro. All those houses are not tech people in LA.
Listen, we know where they come for the summer.
And I think part of the problem is that I have a friend of mine live tweeting right now an article that Taylor posted about diversity problems in Silicon Valley. Mm-hmm. And the problem is that there is a severe diversity problem when it comes to funding women or black entrepreneurs. So if you go into that echo chamber, with the exception of fucking Ben Horowitz, who's probably the only one investing consistently in black entrepreneurs, everyone else is not there. In the big money players, there are smaller funds like I have some friends out in New York, Harlem Capital, that are doing stuff for minority and women founders. The rest of them are just doing it purely based on what's best opportunity for themselves. So I think we do need people exposing that there isn't a fair playing field for a lot of other entrepreneurs. And that's like part of the reason what we do, give people the highlight that deserve it. Because there's a lot of, because once you're in that little bubble, put Ben Horowitz aside, everyone else, you went to Stanford, you jerked off someone at Uber. Like you get funding.
Yeah.
Like literally, these are like not qualified people that get millions of dollars to start businesses.
Yeah.
I mean, we invested in a lot of these people that were like, they were kind of con artists.
Yeah. Yeah, it does exist.
Like some of the way they talked and the way they acted is just because of their pedigree that got him that money. It wasn't that they were great entrepreneurs.
Is that what happens on Beach House?
It's just a safe place to talk.
Yeah, about that.
Anything you want.
Okay, got it. And just the difference is tech isn't allowed.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, Clubhouse essentially wants to be a social network for voice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They're trying to fill the void between podcast and radio.
Yeah.
Kind of, right?
With more like a social, like Facebook and podcast almost?
There's a social element to it because you get to interact.
Yeah, I think ultimately what you would expect is it's just like programmed channels, right? You know, at 12 p.m. every Tuesday, these are the panelists that are going to be on, and you can come in and listen. Because like right now, Felicia Horowitz, Ben Horowitz's wife, hosts every Saturday night. And
same time.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's the same time, but every time I look on Saturday night, it's like 10 interesting people, and they're talking about whatever the hell they want to talk about.
I have another idea, which will probably lean more the MAGA crowd. Subscription-based concept.
Yep.
Locker room talk. $25 a month.
You say
all audios.
Isn't that Barstool?
No. But this is like this is like
you can say anything.
Anything you want to say. You
racial, sexist,
homophobic, whatever you want. Be free.
That's probably something that could get some legs.
Yes,
but somehow you have to block.
You can't record it.
Yeah, but you can record it other ways.
Well, I need.
You got to work on that. Yeah.
This is where we need some sort of encryption.
Yeah, we need some sort of thing, or it's like anything used. Nothing from here is allowed to be used. Like, come up with some new law. Get one of these guys to write a law.
That could work.
Mitch McConnell, write the law.
Mitch McConnell would love that.
He'll have that thing done tomorrow.
Locker room talk would crush.
Yeah.
And if you leak it, you go to jail for 25 years.
Yes, you leak the audio. Then your girl Taylor can't do nothing.
That's good.
I was harassed at locker room talk. Well, that's the
talk
rules.
about it and go to jail.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay.
First rule of locker room talk.
Don't talk about the locker room.
Don't talk about what happens in the locker room.
Okay. We have to take one moment and just sort of have a moment of, I guess maybe not a moment of silence, but pretty damn close, for an apparel industry giant that has filed for bankruptcy.
Oh, no. Who is it?
Lucky brand, not so lucky.
Not so lucky, huh?
Corona, you know?
You know, I couldn't imagine a brand that's doing so well file for bankruptcy.
I know. I mean,
It's a bit shocking.
it's a bit shocking, but
I couldn't imagine a brand as prominent as Lucky
yeah.
has $170 million in debt.
Has nothing to do with Corona. Corona didn't say, hey, go to the bank and overlever your dumbass company.
$181 million of debt. $181 million. Why the fuck do you have $181 million of debt?
Corona.
Yeah, Corona.
If they opened their warehouse and they had $181 million of Corona, I'd be like, all right.
Maybe that's for PPE.
Like, they'd be like, okay, cool.
Maybe
you
there's
guys-
ventilators. Maybe
No,
there's
they
a
were
shit
owned
ton
by
of
Leonard Green. It's the typical private equity story of destroying retail brands.
Leonard Green has destroyed more retailers than the internet.
I don't understand why
They're the
there's-
Amazon. They're Amazon for retail.
Literally, you have like the Leonard Greens. Is that what it is, Leonard Greens?
Yeah.
You have like the Leonard Greens on one side and the Amazon on the other side. Like it's tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be in the middle of that.
I mean, this Lenny and Green are just destroying.
They
Yeah.
bankrupted J. Crew too, right?
Yeah, they bankrupt everything they touch. They're like the worst company. And then on top of that,
Explain. I think it's worth. I don't know if we've done this.
Yeah.
I think it's worth for the listener explaining in layman's terms what happens when that happens.
with what?
So a Leonard Green comes into Lucky Brand.
Yeah.
And what is the transaction? Like are they
Investing?
buying up debt?
So in a case like Lucky, I don't know when this transaction happened, but they took a majority stake or maybe bought the entire company.
And is Lucky in trouble at this point?
No, Lucky. So kind of just high level. Forget Lucky. Just say
Yeah, I'm saying,
retail
yeah,
brand.
yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Private equity company sees a retail brand that's cash flowing very well.
Yep.
Okay. They'll buy the business with some of their cash, the cash that the private equity firm has, and then they'll try to put as much debt as humanly possible on the company because it juices their returns. And if it's cash flowing well, then you can pay the interest payments, and it's all
And so you look
fine.
like a star.
You look great to your LPs as a private equity firm. And then here's the real trick.
And there's banks also, but keep in mind, the banks are incentivized to just give Leonard Green whatever debt they want.
Because they want the IPOs. Because Leonard Green, owns tons of companies. So if you're Goldman, you're like, yeah, we'll stuff Lucky with 180 million of debt because we want your other company's IPO.
Got
so
it.
it's like, that's illegal, but that's what's going on.
Okay.
And that's also why you can't really stop it.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's like,
Everyone's in
handshake,
cahoots.
quid pro quo, right? Like no one, it's not in writing, but everyone knows the game.
Yep.
But then here's the real trick. So the company's still doing really well. What do you do when it's doing really well? Stack on more debt. And what do you do with that debt? You dividend it out because you own the company.
You could
You
do
can
that.
do whatever you want with the cash.
Yeah.
So then
It's
you
literally
dividend it
criminal.
out. And then guess what? We hit a recession. Boom, bankrupt.
And then it just implodes right away.
It implodes
Because
right
you have
away,
nothing
yes.
but
And
debt.
then
You can't meet your interest payments. If your cash flow falls by like 20, 30%, you no longer, they're doing it so razor thin. They put so much debt to squeeze so much out of the company just to like kind of live in good times. But then when bad times hit, you're toast. It's over.
But then you bankrupt it. Leonard Green has
There's no recourse.
doesn't matter.
And well, check this out. So then,
Like Leonard Green, I don't know the backstory, probably made a shit ton of money on Lucky.
Yeah.
for sure.
And keep in mind, listener, we're using Lucky as a stand-in. We're using Leonard Green as a stand-in. This type of thing happens.
And what's more interesting in this case, who comes to pick up the pieces? The usual kind of character in this case. So Barney's went bankrupt. Authentic Brands Group bought it. Lucky goes bankrupt. Authentic Brands Group is now going to buy it. Who is the original investor in Authentic Brands Group? Leonard Green.
Really?
Yes. And now they have like BlackRock came and bought like the huge stake in the business. They're the main shareholder now, but originally it was a Leonard Green company that they built. So it's like,
It's just one big circle jerk.
Because now
That's all it
Authentic
is.
Brands Group specializes in taking IPs that still have some value and actually making it.
a real
Yeah,
business.
Yeah.
Lucky has IP value.
So they
everyone knows
revive
Lucky.
it.
Yeah.
So it's like you have these great times. Leonard Green sucks the life out of you, and then they hand it over to Authentic Brands Group, who
Yeah.
sort of revives the corpse and whatever's left.
Yeah. So now they can close all the stores, fire all the people, give the IP to Authentic Brands Group. Authentic Brands Group will find people like me who are manufacturers and say, hey, why don't you guys do Lucky?
Yeah.
You guys know how to make jeans.
Yeah.
This is easy $20 million business if you just do kids denim.
Yeah.
And they'll go license it all over the world, collect a royalty, and the Lucky IP will generate X millions of dollars, probably in perpetuity. And Leonard Green still benefits.
So the real person holding the bag would be the bank, but they don't care because they make up on the other.
Yeah,
thing.
they're fine. They don't care. So the fastest way to become a millionaire maybe right now is to be an engineer. If you want to be a billionaire, you have to be a financial engineer.
Yeah.
That's to play these gymnastics.
I'm dying to play this game. We're not big enough where some bank will just lend me $100 million and I can just bankrupt the company.
I feel like Anand was on the road to being one of these vultures.
Yeah,
right?
it was. Early on.
You should have stayed there and just been lending me money.
Yeah.
You're like Edward Snowden. Yeah. You were in just long enough to see how it works, and now you're airing them out.
It's crazy because when I was an investment banker, it was 05 to 07. This is like peak financial fuckery.
Yeah.
This is why 2008 happened.
Yep.
And I remember I was too young and naive to even understand what we were doing. And I look back at the conversations of how they would get deals approved internally. Like there's supposed to be these committees, and it's all bullshit.
Yeah. You're Edward Snowden, man. You got in there. You didn't feel good about it. You got out, and now you tell the secrets.
Yeah, there it is.
It's insane.
Okay. And then last piece of news that we have is Goldman Sachs has lowered their forecast for U.S. GDP. Whatever. The point is, lowered their forecast. It's not looking good.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
I mean, we've said it a million times, but it just feels to me like through all of this madness and everything going on in the country, Corona cases are skyrocketing, record numbers. Kanye West is running for president. People are running through crowds in cars. The stock market collapsing, or the acknowledgement that this is all actually fucked, is still yet to come.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the way we're heading is the economy will continue to struggle, but I don't know if it'll have any material impact on the stock market in the near term because the Fed will continue. I mean, the next thing that's going to happen is the Fed is going to become Davey day trader, but with 10 trillion and just be like, coming through a door.
Stocks.
Let's buy some Raytheon today.
Yeah,
Woo! Raytheon goes up.
They're going to be the purchasers of equities.
And
it's
then,
like, it has to happen.
That's next. Because otherwise, the stock market will collapse at some point. Because this is a joke. Like, these companies are, like, what happened with Lemonade is such a fucking joke.
Yeah,
I mean, we talked
company's a
about
joke.
it on Friday's episode, and, like, all these things are just...
They're an insurance company masked as a tech company to go up 120% overnight in the IPO market.
Yeah.
They're an insurance company with low margins, bad LTV, bad customer retention.
Yeah.
But
That's
hey.
the new model.
And by the way...
Like at least
Sass it up.
At least Peloton, high gross margin, long LTV.
Yeah. I agree. But that's the new model, it seems like.
yeah,
Make it a SaaS.
Just sass it up.
Sass it up and
Yeah.
crank it up, man. Forget about your freaking metrics.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think the Grand Running Club...
It's a sass.
It's a SaaS. It's a SaaS. It's a digital.
Digital SaaS.
Yeah.
SaaS. SaaS.
Yeah, you can make the argument.
You could.
You could. Okay.
Are you walking for the rest of your life? Yes. Your lifetime value is life. You'll be a member of the Grand Running Club as long as you can go from point A to point B.
Look, you had 500 people.
Yeah.
Right? And if of those 500, your next race, 490 show up, you're a $1 billion company.
SaaS. SaaS.
I might Grand Running Club needs to go
You're a billionaire.
public.
You're a billionaire.
And then I'm going
Congratulations.
to take a bunch of debt, bankrupt that thing.
SaaS.
Sorry, guys. Grand Running Club shut down. This is the last race of the year.
And now in south of France. I'm a boater now.
I am still running.
I'm still running. I feel great. I look great.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we've learned here on group chat.
Yeah.
Sass.
Okay. Do we have we don't have a millennial word, right?
No.
What
But
was
we
the
have some
other thing
shout
we were gonna
outs.
do?
Oh, we have shout outs.
Yeah.
We have some shout outs. Yeah.
What do we got? We got some marriages or some
Divorces.
divorces. I can't wait to
Well, marriages now, engagements, divorces in a couple months.
The first one is my man here, Saul Poland, is getting engaged, or he probably got engaged by now because this was last week. He got engaged to his long-term girlfriend, Jessica, in
Wisconsin.
Wow.
Wow. Hometown hero.
They live in New York, but are quarantining out in Chicago. So Wisconsin
On the
was
move,
where the
Wisconsin, New York,
Yeah.
Chicago.
It's a lot of moving there, guys.
A lot of spreading.
they love the pod, and him and his brother love the pod, and they want to be like the Murthy Bros one day. So you want to be alcoholics?
You want to be running alcoholics.
Fit alcoholics.
That's good. Not
On a clothing brand.
Not
Interesting.
a bad goal.
Sass.
Sass.
That's the takeaway.
And then we have one more Pete, right?
What's the
I
other
don't
one,
know.
Pete? There's
I
another
didn't
one.
have it.
You didn't read the fucking
Oh
notice?
my gosh.
Happy belated birthday, Ariana from Las Vegas. Long time listener of group chat since day one. And she says, or the friend says, Pete's an idiot.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, you know what I saw the other day? Taylor texted me and said somebody wants to fuck me just because I'm on group chat.
Wow.
So,
Like
you
actually
were
had
Taylor.
sex?
I actually have
What's his
the
name?
text. I don't know. I think it's a girl, but it could be a guy.
Are you?
So that
Wait,
turns
like
things
it's someone
around.
in Austin?
No, I don't know who it is.
Like he has someone in
Or
Austin?
he just made it up just to make you
No,
feel
he
good.
like showed me the text. He like texted me. He's like, hey, somebody.
wait, someone randomly
thinks you're hot.
texted Taylor?
Yeah. No, like one of his friends.
Because of the podcast. So you have
Yeah.
groupies is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
pretty much.
Good. You're the only
I
single
didn't
one.
further it. I left it.
Let's we're gonna find out. We'll
Yeah,
get
I
some
don't
more
know.
details.
I don't know about this story.
We need to bring her on. I need to bring her on.
I need to bring her
Yeah.
on. Why
I
in
need
the
to know
hell?
why you want to fuck this guy.
I don't know either. That seems so ridiculous.
All right. Well, we'll find out. We'll get to the bottom of it.
Oh, and then I actually went. I was here when the guys from the Modern Prescription were about to record, and they were like, "Hop on!" I was like, "All right." So I was like, "I'm going to ask you a bunch of medical questions."
Yeah.
So the last month, I've had like crazy back. Like,
Oh, yeah. You said, talked about that.
yeah,
like a
like-
dry spot?
Yeah, like a dry, like eczema or psoriasis, something
Stress.
ag.
All stress?
Stress, alcohol. So, I go and ask them, I'm like, what's going on? And Jeff Toll, not an idiot. You know what he breaks down? He goes,
Well, I hope he's not. There are medical
No, yeah,
pods.
I've been asking for advice.
yeah. He goes to me, he's like, you're running a lot, right? And he's like, well, what happens is you may have had some mild psoriasis or eczema or whatever. And he's like, do you run with a chain? I go, yes, I do run with a chain. He's like, do you know when you run with the chain, you're causing micro abrasions on your neck, and then you sweat into it. And he's like, essentially, you have like a fungus on your neck. He's like, so I had fungus. So he was like, do not run with a necklace on. So I didn't run the half marathon without my gold necklace that I've been wearing since I was a kid. And my neck is completely fine right now.
No
Wow.
way.
He's
Yeah.
a real doctor.
Completely fine.
That's
so then
kinda-
I went on to Deepak and Jeff about drinking 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Not suggesting that. They were not fans
So
of
they're
that.
good doctors.
Where I know that is true. That's what I love about Jeff because Jeff lives a fun life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he still,
Yeah.
keeps
Still a
it.
doctor.
He still knows what's going on. What did they recommend? How many?
Tune in.
Tune in to
Good
Modern
call.
Prescription.
Good call. Good
Tune
call.
into Modern
Is that up
Prescription.
tomorrow? When's it up?
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Okay.
It's a really good. They're really smart and it's fun because like we all have questions. You should go on it and just
I know,
ask
I
them.
will, I
I mean,
will.
they're just diagnosing you right on the spot.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. No, I would love to. It would be so fun to just That's what I feel like you've always wanted to do is just be able to sit with a doctor and be like, yo, bro.
Yeah.
Is this fucking? I mean, really?
Yeah.
7 nights a week? Is it really that big of a deal?
It's also something that I haven't seen ever, like in the podcast space.
Well, we're
something
revolutionizing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Okay, well, there you have it. Make sure you check that out. Modern Prescription, everywhere where group chat is. Hit us up on social media on Instagram at Group Chat Pod. Subscribe to our newsletter and check out all of our posts on melrosestreetjournal.com. And of course, don't forget about Behind Closed Doors on Instagram TV as well as YouTube, starring Peter, the man with all the groupies, apparently. Apparently.
Just
Not
one.
sure if that story checks
Just one.
out. And Taylor, our gypsy newsletter writer. Okay, guys, thank you. We will see you on Wednesday.